Hey there, bourbon lovers, and this time, rye lovers. We've got a treat for you. We've got a Smoky Hill Rye. Stay tuned.
All right, hey guys, welcome to High Proof Low IQ. I'm Scott.
I'm Gordon.
And today we're going to review the Smoky Hill Straight Rye Whiskey. This little puppy was sent to me by the good people at Smoky Hill out in Colorado. Some of you may have seen this. I think they're somewhat new to the market. They've been around, I think, a couple of years, but they're putting out some good stuff. And just thought, you know what? I'd like to review this and see what everybody thinks about it, see what we think about it. So a little bit about it is, I think it's about a 5-year rye. I know their bourbons, their barrel proof ryes are about 5 years, and this is barrel proof rye. So I think it's about 5 years. It's 131.2 proof, so it's up there a little bit, but I'm betting it doesn't drink that hot. So this is batch number 1, bottled on 11/1/2025. So it hasn't been out there very long. I mean, it's what, the beginning of April, so about what, 4 months, maybe 5 months, whatever. So we're gonna give it a go, see what we think about it, and if we like it, based on the fact that we think we know what we're doing, but we really don't, maybe you'll go out and get one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pour it up right now.
All right, and while he's doing that, we're going to keep this really simple. Even you will be able to understand this. This is going to be like Sesame Street simple, not modern simple. I'm talking about real Sesame Street, back when Mr. Hooper was there, keeping it real.
I thought maybe it was Count.
The Count?
The Count, yeah.
Count. Now, Mr. Hooper, man, that guy was always explaining whatever the lesson was.
Okay, well, we will try not to mansplain this, which I really hate that term, but it sometimes is a real thing. So what do you got?
All right, so Scott is going to rely on me for this one because he's having some allergy issues, and
Southeast, a lot of allergies. I was on the golf course yesterday, and I'm paying for it today.
Yeah, his sniffer's not working. I definitely get some rye spice on this for sure. I'm getting some ethanol on it. What'd you say the proof was?
130 something, 131.
131.2.
Yep.
This is...
And it's also a fresh crack.
Yeah, fresh crack. So we get some ethanol on this. I'm not surprised. It is very high proof. I definitely get rye spice.
I get rye spice, and I get that ethanol, boom, just blasting me right in the nose. But
I'll clear you up.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting a little oak.
Open me up a little bit.
On this, some oak tannins on this. All right, I'm gonna go in for a taste.
Dive on in.
Oh yeah, get those rye spices, big time. It's a little minty, like a lot of ryes are, but not like regular mint. This is more like a peppermint patty type mint. What do you think? Peppermint?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. So Blake told me that this is kind of a bourbon drinker's rye, and I think everybody out there has heard that term before. Which, if you've watched this, you know he's more of a rye guy. I'm more of a bourbon guy, especially wheated bourbon. Mm-hmm. But I do appreciate a good rye, or I do appreciate a good high rye bourbon. Nothing wrong with any of that. I'm not kicking that stuff out of bed any day of the week if I really enjoy it. And this sort of checks out for me on the first try. But I'm gonna go back to it in a minute, because first taste is never the most accurate taste. Let's put it that way.
And I like to nose it after I taste it, because then I get a little more an idea about what those flavors are. Since my taste sense is better than my smell sense. I don't know.
That's right.
That didn't make sense, but
You have no sense.
there's that.
Yep.
All right, so if you have this at home, and you want to talk about it, or you have any other Smoke Eye Hill products, or any other product that you think is like this, or you want to talk about in general, go ahead and put it in the comments because we're interested in your opinions too. And
I don't have a lot of experience with this. A good buddy of ours has a Smoke Eye Hill bourbon that he let us try, and we were really impressed with it. Otherwise, I think we're kind of basically new to this brand, so that's why I was excited when he was able to send me the sample to check out and review.
Yeah, I've never owned a Smoke Eye Hill product.
That's what I own right there.
I have tried it, the Smoke Eye Hill bourbon, but I've never tried this, and I haven't bought one. They've only just recently in our market in the past month or so shown up, Smoke Eye Hill products. I'm going to buy one. It's just that bourbon costs money and you can't buy them all. So I just had to buy the ones that I knew I had to have, and if they sell out of these in the area, then I'll just have to wait for the next time they show up. But
so I'm getting a little more. It's turning a little bit sweeter on the nose than it was initially.
Yeah.
Almost I get a little bit of a citrus note to it that I didn't get originally.
I'm getting kind of honey
on the nose,
too. On the palate, honey, a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the palate now. I've been sniffing it for a while. My sniffer's not great, so
this does taste quite a bit like a bourbon, but it tastes like a Bourye to me. It doesn't really have. It's not slapping you with the rye spice, which generally speaking, I think what people don't like about rye is the rye spice just kind of overpowers.
I feel like I get more of the rye spice on the back than I do on the front.
I get it like at the end of the taste, moving into the finish.
Yes.
And in the back of my mouth.
I think your Bourye comparison is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's a Bourye which balances more toward the rye side of the Bourye than the bourbon side. The bourbon's there, but I think it tilts a little more towards the rye side, and that's fine. So far, I'm a fan of it. So I'm not.
Me too.
I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying I think that the rye, you get a little more of the rye on it on the Bourye side than you do on the bourbon.
So he said that this was a bourbon drinker's rye, and I tend to agree. Although there are lots of different bourbon drinkers' ryes that I think are out there. This one is not similar to the other ones that I'm thinking of. It's a little different. I was more thinking of like some finished ryes that are finished like in sherry casks or cognac casks or port casks. Are a lot of times they take the edge off of that rye spice, and bourbon drinkers like them more. This doesn't have a finish on it, so it's not as sweet as maybe a finished rye, but it is very much a bourbon lover's rye, I think, for totally different reasons than a finished rye.
This is batch number 1, and for those that would like to visit, they are located in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Yeah.
What else is in Colorado Springs, Colorado?
The Air Force Academy.
That's right, United States Air Force Academy.
Yeah.
Go lightning bolt, guys.
Falcons.
Yeah, well, they got lightning bolts on their helmets.
They do. Until they change that. All right.
Until it becomes offensive to lightning bolts.
Yeah. This is a different kind of Sesame Street lesson here. So.
I don't bring much value. Maybe much is a stretch. Maybe I don't bring any value. I don't know.
There you go. Well, I don't know. I mean, so I don't have much more to say about this one, but I do think that I would recommend this. It's a definite thumbs up for me. If you're in the market, what's the price point on these? Do you know? I don't know.
I want to say.
We'll find out and put it in
I don't want to say wrong. Honestly, I was thinking maybe around the $50 to $60 mark.
Yeah.
We'll put
it up on the screen or down in the description.
You're probably seeing it right now.
Yeah.
That's what you're probably seeing.
Yeah.
When he puts it on the.
Unless I forget to do that.
Unless he forgets to do it.
Yeah.
But hey, this is. I would drink this. I would buy a bottle of this. In fact, I may go buy a bottle of this when I'm done with this bottle. I like their stuff. They were very nice to send us this to sample it, and we're also, we're going to be honest about these things. We do these reviews. We want to be honest. I don't want anybody to think we're a sellout. But in this case,
yeah,
I do like this. As a matter of fact, when I think about the bourbon side of it, I honestly think, from what I remember, I may like this slightly better than the bourbon. But I'd have to. That's the other thing. I need to get a bourbon to compare the two, just to see, not because they're comparable, but just to see for me which one I like better.
Yeah, a lot of times when we'll try, a couple of different brands together, we're not really. We may say we like one better than the other. We may talk about that, but we're really not. That's not why we're doing it. We're doing it to see if we like them.
Right.
And maybe the differences between the two things. But in this case, we don't have anything to compare, and I don't think it needs it. This is standalone good. I could sit around and drink this.
I think so too, and I will say this, at the 131.2, is that what we said? 131.2 proof
point. A
point.
little more in there for me.
It doesn't drink 131.2.
Just a little bit. I'm gonna put a little water in there and see.
More than that?
No, that's good.
It doesn't drink 131.2. I got a dropper. I could have got my. I came unprepared, but I can.
That's
reach
okay.
it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to put a little water in there just to see. I saw a comment on a Reddit article I was reading where someone in Europe was kind of throwing some shade on Americans because we don't typically add water to whiskey, and Scott and I both do that occasionally. We typically do not, though.
What we do to add, when we're adding water, it's not to make it weaker. Some people add water to make it weaker because they don't want to drink it at the proof that it is. We add water because water will change the way it noses and the way it tastes. It will open it up.
Try that.
You will get a completely different. You will get a completely different taste to it, or nose to it. And so for us, adding the water is just to see what it tastes. See if putting a little water on it makes it better or worse or just different.
Yeah.
Not because we were like, oh gosh, this is too hot. So
I'm not going to tell you what I think about this. It is different, but I'm not going to tell you what I think. I want you to. I don't want to influence you with the power of suggestion. I just want you to come up with whatever on your own, and then you say what you're thinking, and I'll tell you what I was thinking. So when you add water, the brownness of the whiskey is little particles from the barrel. Things like creosote and pieces of the little microscopic pieces of the char and the wood colors it, and those are I'm gonna say they're solids. They're microscopic in most cases, and when you add water to them, what happens is the water, those particles will bond to the water droplets, and it changes the aroma, and it changes the flavor characteristics. It's a little different, isn't it? I thought it was sweeter.
yeah, I honestly don't think it did a lot for the nose either way. I don't think, to me, it didn't change the nose a lot, but once again, I'm not at my best right now.
Made the nose a little sweeter to me.
But I do think it made the palate sweeter, and I do think I like it better with a couple drops of water.
Yeah. And that is why a lot of Europeans and maybe even Canadians do that. They add water, a few drops of water to the whiskey, and they do it just to get that change in the aromas and in the flavors. And typically Americans don't do that, although we do.
I thought they did it because they just couldn't handle the heat.
No, I think that's why they make Irish whiskey. It's because they can't make it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Just a
why
joke.
they make Canadian whiskey.
Just a joke. Actually, there's some. I tried some Canadian whiskey the other day, and I'll have to share it with
And
you.
there's some good Irish whiskey too.
That is.
There are good Irish and Canadian whiskey.
Yeah, that is like I want to say it's 150 something proof, and it's 27 years old. And I've got the bottle.
Woo.
Someone gave us this bottle to put in our barrel, and I am gonna put it in the barrel, but we're gonna sit down and try it first. Yeah,
It's Canadian whiskey?
it's good. Yeah, it's really
Well,
good.
then we're just gonna have to call it a whiskey. It's just, then our barrel's just gonna have to be a whiskey. Once
Well-
you throw Canadian whiskey in there, it's no longer a bourbon or a.
Well, it's got rye and it's got
Yeah.
bourbon and rye and light whiskey in there now. So
That's true.
No difference.
So it's just an infinity barrel with a bunch of stuff. The only difference is it doesn't have any finished stuff in it. So, but yeah, to your point, I think I like it a little better with a couple of drops of water.
Me
Once
too.
again, it didn't change much for me on the nose, but maybe when my nose is better and not quite as impaired by the allergies, that might be different for me. So, but I think I do like it better on the palate with the water. So, I think in the end, and we're going to wrap this up. Bottom line is, I think they did a bang up job with this. This I would find at your local liquor store if you can. I don't know how available it is across the country, but we're down here in Southeast Tennessee and we've got them, and they're out all the way out in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So I feel like their reach is becoming more readily available. So go out there and find your rye. If you like a good rye that's not crazy over the top rye, but kind of like a bull rye, but maybe leans a little more to the rye side, I think this one's for you.
All right. In the meantime, until next time, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and please leave comments. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. Talk about whiskeys. Any comment about whiskeys, and we'll be sure to get back to you as soon as we can.
That's right.
Until next time.
See what I did there? That's right.
That's right. All right. Until next time.
Cheers, people.
Drink up.